Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto C with another day in the life, in the crazy life of the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Guys, man, look at this market. Isn't it cool? It's crazy. Excuse me. By the way, I realized that we've been sideways for over a year and a half. And I'm not sure if it was my guy from High Altitude Investing or if it was the preeminent XRP guy, blockchain backer, who reminded me of that. But over a year and a half of sideways movement. Now you throw in a plus 3 years of the bear market, and holy cow, what? I mean, wow, that is a long time. And that is a lot of months and or years of opportunity costs, if you will, if you've just been hodling in this market. Man, I gotta tell you, that is very, very, very interesting. I'm gonna make sure I get the Linqto first because I forgot, I mentioned in the last video and I didn't get into it. I wanted to give them a shout out for taking on this mission of making the markets, pre-IPO markets, especially both public and private, accessible to everyone. So I gotta make sure I cover that first thing or else I will forget. So guys, listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do it. So the Bitcoin dominance is at 40%. The total cryptocurrency market cap is at 1.84 trillion. The Bitcoin dominance being at 40% is not great. It needs to be in the low 30s without question. Bitcoin is at $38,777. XRP is at 61 cents, still 11.7% down on the 7-day. There's still, guys, a lot of double-figure reds in the market. Something happened with Solana. What happened with Solana? The mainnet went down? Someone said something about mainnet beta or something went down and they can't recover. Is that word? Is that the truth? Let me know if you guys know the word on the street, because that's what I last saw on Twitter. That is not great. If that is the case, Tron is actually up 7% on the 7-day at 7 cents, trading at 7 cents. That's interesting. Yeah, so look, the market is definitely down. Me and Miss Crypto C's talked about some things for sure. But in terms of the opportunity cost, you know, when you put in 3+ years plus a year or so of sideways movement, you got to really, really kind of consider some stuff there in terms of opportunities missed in other markets. And because even safe is better than a bear market and then just sideways movements, right? So what else? Anything else here to talk about? It's not really. I mean, just double figure reds. Zilliqa's down 31% on the 7-day, trading at 7 cents. Wow, holy moly. So guys, listen, the market is doing what the market does. Let me cover something here. Some very, very interesting things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I listened to this Twitter Spaces, and interestingly enough, it had Crypto Eddie on there and James Rule as a speaker, Mark Phillips, and Linda P. Jones. And I heard this thing here about kind of the start of Link2, which I found to be very, very interesting because it involves a person from Ripple, the company. Take a listen to this. Let me see if I can get this right.
That make Link2 the reality that it is. You know, I'll tell you, when we started this platform and launched it in February 2020, there were literally 3 of us, right? There's now close to 50 of us. And back in February of 2020, we were running on fumes. We honestly didn't have enough money to pay ourselves. And so we just deferred our pay until the company could make money, because at that point we'd basically spent all the money we'd raised the year prior in our Series A. And I wanted to make our very first investment in Ripple, but we didn't have the money to make the investment. So we had to bootstrap it. And I went with a begging bowl to a dear friend, a guy named Norm Reed, who was the first general counsel and the first chief risk officer, and the first chief compliance officer at Ripple Labs, and he had, had a fairly large amount of shares. And I said, please, can you sell us a small amount so we can get started, because I want to make an investment in Ripple. And he said, okay, let's agree a price. We did. And I said, but here's the thing, Norm, we actually don't have the money to pay you. So if you sell it to us on consignment, right, we'll pay you in like 45 days after we've been able to put the shares on the platform and get some of our money back. And I said, but since we also want to make additional investments, could you like take 50% of it in cash and 50% of it in Link2 stock?
Awesome.
And Norm, God bless him, he said yes. And that's how we got our start.
Wow, that's a powerful story. That is a very, very powerful story. And the fact that they actually looked to, some of the original people, or one of the original people at Ripple, the company, is massive. And so that is a great story. And it is the, stories like that I would love to hear, because we're entrepreneurs ourselves. And so a story of like that, I think, speaks volumes. And that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting story. And shout out to Norm Reed, who was willing to take a shot, right? And that, when you think about that, that was a quote unquote peer-to-peer transaction. Like, a lot of people don't think about it that way, but it was one dude reaching out to another dude who had aspirations in the business world, right? Think about that. One dude reaching out to another dude, right? Kind of forming a contract, promissory note, or whatever amongst themselves. One dude taking a shot on another, right? Don't need a lot of other entities involved, right? This one person making a deal with another person. So that is pretty cool. One person making another deal with another person. So that's interesting story. But I saw this here. I went scrolling down the Linqto page and I saw this. And it's just the first time I've seen this. Private market represents an undertapped asset class that most individual investors have no exposure to. Yet, the most exciting investment opportunities lie in the private markets. Linqto is on a mission to democratize access to pre-IPO unicorn companies for everyone. For everyone. And kudos to Linqto for willing to take on that mission. Obviously, it's not an easy one, but someone has to start it. And shout out to them for doing it, because I'll never forget what Tika Torari said one day on a call. Yeah, those words, they are laughing at you when you hop on that stock market and you hop on those brokerage accounts to buy some stuff. He said those people are laughing at you because they get all the really, really great deals. And even accredited investors have to really pay to play to get access to stuff, especially the private market. So it is an interesting thing, but shout out to Linqto for making it happen. I read some of this article here that I found to be interesting. Then I'm going to get into Ralph Kahneman, private equity for retail investors. The trend to watch. This is by Alana, I can't say that last name, Senderman. Yep. And the interview is with this week. Ilana talks with Cheryl Schwartz, CIO of Altai Financial. The greatest opportunity, I believe, is to open access to private equity asset class to the retail market. To the retail market, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Linqto is on that mission. And I wish them all the best and the most success in taking on that big time mission. Everyone, access for everyone. Shout out to the people from Link2. Now, I came across a video from XRP Darren. This is an interesting thing, some Kate and Long. This is a reference to pending litigation and the ability, again, for everyone to participate and trying to make a change. Take a listen to this. Let's see, start this from the beginning.
If someone were to issue a token, for example.
Yeah, the deep pockets. I don't think that the powers that be are even aware of how much money there is.
To a litigation fund to take on some of these issues is going to be nothing for these deep-pocketed crypto folks. And I think even also the industry on a retail basis. If someone were to issue a token, for example, to fund lawsuits against regulators who've had bad faith, then I think the industry would just swarm that.
Can you imagine
regulators who had bad faith?
Yeah.
Reversing it and litigating against the regulators? That would be fun. Not a fight that I want to see picked, though.
Well, let's hope. And this gets back to how's this going to play.
Interesting stuff there. Rafa Kahneman came across, he did a really nice tweet, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Oh, by the way, I participated in this here, came across it. It says, let everyone invest. Your freedom to invest in a broad array of popular securities is at risk of being taken away by regulators. Help stop them from limiting your rights to invest. Add your official comment. And I went here, checked it out just to see, put your name, your email, and you leave a comment, and this goes directly to FINRA, because this is something that FINRA is considering. They're considering more restrictions, less access to the freaking US capital markets. So I went here, it's at leteveryoneeinvest.com. Leteveryoneeinvest.com, and I filled it out. I voiced my displeasure and what I would like to see done there, and perhaps you may want to consider doing the same thing. So Rafa Kahneman put this thread out, and it's a long one, but boy, I tell you, it is very good. I hope you're doing well, my guy. We appreciate you taking your time, energy, and resources as you do every single day to add value to this community, bro. It says here, what is Ripple's Liquidity Hub, and what does it tell us about the future of Ripple? Oh, and XRP. That too, but it's at the end of this thread. So what is the Liquidity Hub? It's a crypto market aggregator, a one-stop shop for enterprise to source crypto. RippleNet's Burla compares it to Kayak or Google Flights, websites that poll available flights to get the best deal. Instead of tickets, it's crypto. Why not use an over-the-counter desk or exchange? It's risky to only have a single supplier. Will there be enough liquidity? Will they charge a premium as the only source? Got it, right? If they're the only one, if they're the only show in town, right? Would you trust your ETF supply to Coinbase or Binance in a run? And the demand is global, spanning many different regulations. Remember what a paying KYC and AML was signing up for your first exchange? Imagine signing up with 50 exchanges across multiple borders, multiple assets, and billions of dollars. Ripple's Liquidity Hub eliminates all that hassle by gathering the assets from multiple sources and presenting them in a unified interface. Not only that, but with the ability to compare the different sources, you can see where to get the best price. It's a great picture here. Over-the-counter desk, exchanges, market makers, Ripple's Liquidity Hub here in the middle. We got the different digital assets like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin it has here. It's more composable and reliable than just one source. Get 40% of your order from the OTC desk, from OTC Desk A, and the remaining 60% from Desk B. Let the computer work out the cheapest option. It solves some custody issues, and in the future, even staking. There's a thing here from Ashish Burla in November of 2021. Liquidity Hub opens gates for GA in 2022. starting with XRP, Bitcoin, ETH, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum Classic. And it may change according to jurisdiction, with plans to add other tokenized assets like NFTs and capabilities like staking and yield generation. This is just the beginning. So Rafa Kahneman goes on to say, now imagine when the Liquidity Hub brings you results from decentralized exchanges too. Imagine integrated decentralized finance, all of it automated, aggregated, and neatly vetted for your shopping ease. No pre-funding is required. Heck, Ripple will even front you the credit. And he referenced here a Matt Hamilton tweet, right? We know Matt Hamilton's over at Ripple now. Gray Creek Star Capital, a hedge fund set up to invest in cryptocurrencies, wants to be able to buy crypto in large quantities from the market at the best rate. Rather than get accounts on each exchange and hunt for the best price, they partner with Ripple and can use Liquidity Hub. And I guess he's using that as an example. The Liquidity Hub isn't just a bolt-on service either, just some extra. It is the fruit of running an XRP focus Liquidity Hub, ODL. For some time now, it is tested and proven, and importantly, it indicates how Ripple itself has been evolving. You see, initially, Ripple signed companies to bilateral agreements with each place you sent to, point to point. Now we can see a better part of ODL's innovation was creating a one-stop shop to source liquidity. Before, you signed to move money to a partner in another country. Now you sign because they can offer you new partners in other countries too, all behind one interface. Says this is a great narrative by Joel Katz, and there's a video here. And the future, in November, they told us in the future, every customer will join RippleNet with the same base service and a wallet designed to support both crypto and fiat. One wallet, one interface, one company routing a myriad of assets. And this is important framing to understand the recent webpage makeover of Ripple.com too. Now we're greeted by business impact powered by crypto. And three products: cross-border payments, crypto liquidity, and CBDCs. With one Ripple wallet, enterprise can source anything that can be tokenized. Anything that can be tokenized. Fiat, crypto, deeds, stocks, and now carbon credits, all in one place. It's what crypto has talked about forever, in a regulated, secure, and reliable interface for popular use. Now, again, they've been telling us all along, we just lacked context. Ripple is preparing for a tokenized future, an internet of value. Notice all the Liquidity Hub press has seemingly mentioned NFTs. What better way to tokenize value than with non-fungible tokens on the XRP? Everything runs on the ledger. So I'm grieving the same way Melinda is. What happened there? So the evolution of Ripple looks something like this. Start with cross-border payments, then move to ODL, then move to digital asset Liquidity Hub, then move to one wallet that rules them all because it can source it all. So what about XRP? Liquidity Hub doesn't run on XRP, but neither does it power cross-border payments. It just finds crypto. ODL requires XRP. Still the cheapest, most robust settlement around, and Ripple still holds 45 billion on the books. So if the web page is a guide, there are 3 XRP opportunities at Ripple right now. You can source cash via ODL. That uses XRP. You can source XRP directly from the Liquidity Hub. You can build a CBDC based on the XRP ledger. And a lot of people are not, I think, maybe quite not getting that. That CBDC thing that Ripple is doing is on the XRP ledger. Brad Garlinghouse said that in that interview from the event in the Bahamas, is talking about on the ledger using XRP for CBDCs. And originally, I didn't understand that, but that is the case. So it's not one of these, well, they're not going to be doing anything. Yeah, no. CBDC thing is on the ledger using XRP. They can be private ledgers, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In the big picture, they have multiple investments in tokenization projects and RippleX2. In a tokenized future, what will everything be tokenized on? In a tokenized future, what will everything be tokenized on? You can do it on the XRP ledger right now, or wait a few months to use the new NFT protocol XLS X-Ray Lima Sierra -20D 20 Delta. Then consider what happens. Then consider what happens as CBDCs and the like are built on the XRPL ledger side chain. It always appears, it will always be cheaper and easier to use the XRP ledger between walled gardens when appropriate. There's Brad talking about CBDCs and Ripple. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced and some we haven't yet announced. It's a very, very powerful statement, especially given we know that it's going to be done, these CBDCs, on the XRP ledger. The TLDR, again, I forget what that means. Someone mentioned that and I still keep forgetting. It's too long, do something, I don't know. Ripple's Liquidity Hub is a one-stop shop for enterprise to source digital assets. And it is also a milestone for understanding how Ripple is evolving towards a tokenized future in which the XRPL can also excel. You know, we said on the channel from day one, we have said this thing, the ILP, the XRPL ledger, XRP, just pick one. They're all game changers, just pick one. And it is very, very obvious that they have decided on this XRP, the XRP ledger, yeah, as the go-to. Remember, David Short's famous words on the XRP ledger, which has a decentralized exchange on it, by the way. You can move anything of value within 3 to 5 seconds for 1,000th of a penny or less than a penny, 0.00001 of a penny. Every time I use my ledger to move some XRP around, I get excited to see that 0.00001 of a penny. It is pretty cool. Now, the Alpha Comment has some bonus stuff here. Just one. Don't be surprised if ODL as a marketing phrase is deprecated. Berler has mentioned credit ratings multiple times. Does Liquidity Hub model let Ripple create liquidity slant digital asset credit ratings? Something brewing here. This is Ralph Common's personal opinions here because he's referencing this tweet from Ashish Berler in February. Credit and risk attesters, services that can attest to the credit worthiness or real world identity of a crypto address or blockchain namespace can help unlock new use cases for DeFi, crypto payments, etc. Interesting stuff. Rafa Kahneman, my guy, that is a very, 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 very well done thread there, my friend, really highlighting to the power that is the Liquidity Hub. Again, guys, Ripple is utilizing the blue ocean strategy, and they, quite frankly, are just about doing it to perfection. Ripple is genius in motion. Without question, it is genius in motion. Wow, what an interesting thing. I got some other tweets. I'm actually going to start tweeting some stuff. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to start tweeting some stuff. I put a tweet out there just about an hour ago. I said, so first they create the income tax law, and then they create exceptions to the very law that they created. Why even have the law in the first place? Just saying. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for hanging out. Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you enjoy the hangout, so you get notified whenever we upload some videos or when we do go live, guys, when we do go live. So listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.